Alright, this camera is really crappy, but this is what I have to work with right now while my phone is full. And I'm going to read for the collective using these Menage energy. And I'm not a fake and phony person, so don't expect anything to come your way when it comes to some false messages. If you want to let it resonate with you, go ahead. But otherwise, don't let anything resonate that does not. A little bit about me. Yes, this channel, I just started it. Been hesitant on putting things up because just looking and going by certain other things, which you should never do, by the way. I just don't like the idea of certain things going on. So yeah, just for the collective right now. This is February of 2022. Only February. And towards the end of February, since this is already the last week of February. So, got the Four of Cups. Got the Hermit. And I got the Sun. Alright, let's keep going here. What else is here for collective for February 2022? And if you could please like, subscribe. Like I said, I am new, but to make the channel grow and ta-da! Make the better equipment in general. Either way, Four of Cups, making a decision, not sure what to do. Having something good right in front of you and not seeing it for what it is. I think a lot of that's going on right now. Yes, we went through this pandemic, everybody, but at the same time, it's almost as if some have learned their lessons, some have not. Again, take what resonates, but I'm just getting this overwhelming what are people doing? Like, there's one side and another, and it's like there's good and bad, but there's like this fine line of everybody trying to connect both to just be right down the middle, like, is good and bad, like, this is how we're gonna do things. No, there's a right and wrong, and appreciating what you have right now, this moment, present. Not tomorrow, not next week, not in a couple weeks when maybe you get your taxes. What do you have right now? What do you value right now? In your home, in your life, in yourself, who you are, family, friends. If you don't have any of that, been there, done that. You. What do you value? What do you want to see be the change? So really, the Sun, too, is the most positive card in the deck, being positive. And really, I think when I'm seeing this right now with the Hermit, it is, again, I don't know if you can really see that. Again, sorry for the camera. But being that light in the darkness, letting your light shine, and still carrying that hope. But if you see here, there's stairs, you know, there's steps. So that idea of one step at a time. And it does take courage to stay in this moment right here and still be in the present and look within and find that positivity. Let's see what else is going on here for February 2022. For just the collective. I usually do Sagittarius Saturdays, and I will be doing that here in a couple days. Six of Cups. That's more of a nostalgic energy where you're looking like within I want to say child abandonment abandonment issues, but at the same time, it's more like lessons learned. So again, what we've just gone through with the pandemic and as a collective, as a whole, yeah, step by step growing and having to let some things go, possibly, even animals, family, children, in a sense, like if they're grown and having to let them go because they're growing up. And then also just the idea of like childish, maybe immature ways, needing to move forward. So let's see what's coming up here. Again, I'm using this deck. And this is for February 2022. I got two that came out. One is for a Ace of Cups, which is a new love, new idea, and really having that open space. Whenever I see this card, it's literally like you see how she's holding the heart in her hands. It's like having that control of, you know what you want. You know how to love, and self-care, like love for yourself. So that's important. Very important right now. Because you have this going on too, which is the Four of Swords, where you may be getting a little bit too comfortable. But I don't know if you see that little heart in there with her in the nesting kind of quote position. She's just kind of cuddled up there in a nest. And that is more of a comfort zone and not wanting to kind of come out, because sometimes that self-care is needed. So, especially if you need to ground yourself when things are so dark and weary and there's just so much going on around you. So let's see what else is for February. What else? February 2022. There's a lot of manifestation too, with money and abundance. Whatever that means for you. It doesn't have to be money. And then I got the moon. Now, the moon is more or less what is showing secrets, things coming to light, sometimes the deeper within, kind of shadowy like things that are hidden in ourselves and others that start to get illuminated and really come to light. Whether or not you're open to seeing them is always going to be up to you. Whether you like to see it or not, it's one of those things. If you're not open-minded and you're stubborn, and let's say someone's showing you a red flag and you're not paying attention or just don't care for it, like, you're going to continue to let it be like that. Otherwise, this is simply secrets and truths coming to light, whether it's from yourself or someone else. Let's find out more about that actually with the moon for February 2022. What's that all about? Okay, I got the Ten of Swords. Really walking away, wanting a new start. And I'm sorry, that always stands out to me as birds of a feather flock together, kind of being shown the way so that you know that you're not alone. So this idea, maybe being on the fence about a decision needing to be made, you know it's the right thing within yourself, whatever that is. Intuitionally wise, use yours. I won't tell you what to do. Sure won't. You gotta use your own. Like mine right now is telling me I should blow out that candle behind me because it's getting out of control. But no, follow whatever you're thinking of when it comes to abundance, prosperity, and a better life where the sky, quite frankly, looks like this. So, and I have the star on the bottom of the deck. So, wish fulfillment. And I will be also pulling from this deck. This is more of like a spiritual oracle. Matter of fact, let me get the name. Name for you. Oh, that was a good workout right there. The Star Seed Oracle. I always forget the name and it's so simple. But yeah, that's more of a spiritual. I love that deck actually. It's like when you need to hear something the most. You get that specific. Like for everyone, it's going to be different, but it really seems to stand out for what needs to be heard at that time. People that can resonate with spirituality can resonate. That things like that kind of occur when it's most needed. Perspective. And perspective is none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. So kind of more or less what's going on around you. The little things, again, if there's like these little petty things going on around you, it might not be what's actually important at the time. It's more of that you look out, and I don't usually look these up actually ever, but for some reason I'm going to for this one. I'm like, I don't even know why, it seems important. And common ground, that's really just even finding people that think similarly to you, you can relate to, you can share things with and not be totally judged, especially negative, like in a negative way. But instead, you like have that positive, reinforcement and like a pick me up. Okay, so perspective. Take a step back and look at the bigger picture of your life. Step away from the blinkered vision and reactive frame of mind of me against them. Change your perspective. Shift your point of view and zoom out, out, out. We are but a speck of dust in the universe, yet we think everything revolves around us. We see the planet as ours to own and conquer, pillaging in the land and setting ourselves up for eventual extinction. We build fences and walls and create invisible borders. Mother Earth doesn't need us to survive, but we need her. It's time to wake up. A new perspective is urgently needed. We become so lost in our individual experience that we don't realize that most of the things that keep us awake at night are actually distractions. We're wasting our precious time and resources fighting each other when we should be coming together to heal what's been severed. This moment is a breath in the timeline of your life. This life is a fleeting moment in the tapestry of your soul's experience. Your soul's experience is a flash in the timeline of the known universe. And the known universe is a grain of sand in the unknown universe. Take a moment to see the bigger picture, to find common ground, to find deep compassion in your heart, to gain a greater perspective of humanity in this fleeting moment, in the timeline of your soul's existence, in the timeline of all that it is, was, and ever will be. Thanks for watching. I hope that helps in some form or way. And I'll be back. And whatever doesn't resonate again, don't let it. But be you. be the best.